Hey guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new HNN. Lots to talk about today, and we'll kick off our show with Justice League Dark officially getting the animated treatment after The Killing Joke, a new rumor about Wolverine 3's title, and finally some details on Jeff Goldblum's mysterious new character in Thor Ragnarok, Grandmaster. But first up, let's talk a little JLD. Now, even though it hasn't been announced yet, we already know it'll be the next DC animated feature, and we do have someone in specific to thank for that. Thank you, British Board of Film Classification. Yep, the BBFC, as I'll affectionately refer to them from now on, let the cat out of the bag in a big way on their website. You see, as part of their job, they've got to go through and give ratings to releases, but like everything that's released. So to use Batman v Superman as an example, they have ratings not only for the regular theatrical cut of the movie, but also the 3D and IMAX versions, as well as every single trailer that came out. So in the same vein, for The Killing Joke, they've got to not only rate the movie itself, but also all of the trailers advertising the movie and all of the bonus features, one of which was a sneak peek advertising the next animated movie that hadn't even been announced yet. Now, we don't know much more than the fact that it will be Justice League Dark. Literally, the only thing we know is that the sneak peek will run just under 8 minutes long. But I want to hear your thoughts. Are you excited about this turn of events? Do you want to see a Justice League Dark movie? And if you do, what kind of lineup do you want to see for the film? Let me know about all that in the comment section below. And in our next story, let's talk a little bit about Wolverine 3. We've been getting a ton of new scoops about the movie since it began filming in the last couple of weeks, and now we might have an inside track on the potential title for the next film, courtesy of Game Zone. Now, this is technically still a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt, but it does kind of line up with all of the story leaks that have come out so far and the set photos from last week. According to Game Zone sources, the title of the movie will be Wolverine Weapon X. And you know, whether it's true or not, I like this title a lot. I think it lines up directly with what we saw in X-Men Apocalypse in the after credits scene, and it also kind of fits nicely, neatly into the theories that we were throwing about last week when we talked about the set photos. Spoilers ahead if you haven't seen either, of course. So in Apocalypse, we of course see him escape from the Weapon X facility at Alkali Lake, and then in the after credits scene, the mysterious Essex Corp is collecting his blood. And in those set photos, we saw Jackman resembled more of the Logan from Death of Wolverine rather than Old Man Logan. And with that, the emphasis on Weapon X in the title of the movie tells me that this might be a little more Death of Wolverine centric than just a straight up Old Man Logan adaptation. They do go on to say that the film will be revealed at SDCC in just a couple of months, with the title, logo, and a little bit of footage revealed. But that comment by itself kind of casts some doubt in my mind about the validity of the report, given the fact that by all accounts, Fox is going to be skipping SDCC over piracy concerns. So whether it's true or not, we'll know more in a month or so. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of the title? Do you love it or do you hate it? And in our last story of the day, we've got some new details on Jeff Goldblum's role in Thor Ragnarok, straight from the man himself. Goldblum will of course be playing the mysterious Grand Master, and while his inclusion is probably a pretty good sign that the Infinity Stones are going to be included in some way, we don't really have many more details about his role. Well, we do now by way of Empire Magazine, who sat down with the actor to discuss the Thor threequel. So let's take a look at his quote. "He's a hedonist, a pleasure seeker, an enjoyer of life and tastes and smells. I thought, I can do that, I'll bet. I'm working on my part every day. I'm a sponge, researching." So in a way, that definitely sounds like the Grandmaster that we know from the comics, and it definitely sounds a lot like the version of his brother, the Collector, that we saw in Guardians of the Galaxy, and right up Goldblum's alley. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think Grandmaster's role in Thor Ragnarok will be, and do you think he's going to have an Infinity Stone on him? But that brings us to the end of another HNN. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider supporting us on Patreon for access to all sorts of exclusive goodies. And be sure to meander on over and check out our gaming channel, Press Play, which we've finally gotten back up and running, and we'll be doing a lot more on in the coming weeks. So with that, signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you tomorrow.